Oh wow, another Xbox Series X video, Zalker. Way to be so original. What can I say? I'm hyped for this thing and I can't wait to see what it actually can do for gamers. But most of all, I can't wait to see what this new system can do for the people that actually make the games we love to play. And that's what this video is going to focus on, because at the end of the day, we all love gaming, but we aren't the people actually sitting there trying to squeeze every last ounce of power from these consoles. So when I hear a developer actually talk about the Xbox Series X and the PS5, I have to take a moment to pay attention. And that's exactly what's happened here with the COO and CFO of EA. In a recent earnings call, he spoke about the games being made by EA. Hopefully not Anthem though, hopefully not. But in all seriousness, he spoke about both consoles and how they will truly push their games further than they've been before, but also blow people's minds with the amount of power put into these next-gen consoles, which in turn help make games that we would never have imagined to see before. So let's get into this article and see exactly what was said and if this next-generation PS5 and Xbox Series X will truly be the most powerful console ever made. Blah! Who knows? Alright, so before we get into this article, if you like the video, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support is greatly appreciated. So as we all know, EA has been one of the most popular publishers and developers in the gaming world for quite some time. A lot of that popularity has been on the negative side, but there has been moments when they've provided us some amazing games that have made us happy gamers. But what we can't deny is that they have some of the biggest franchises in the world on their side. Not to mention they've been very close partners with the people that actually making the next generation consoles. That's right, they have close relationships with Microsoft and Sony respectively. So when I hear someone very high up within EA talk about the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, I tend to listen. And that's what happened when Blake Jorgensen spoke about both consoles and what gamers should expect next generation. Here's what was said in the article. EA COO and CFO Blake Jorgensen claimed PS5 and Xbox Series X are significantly more powerful than existing consoles, and the software being created for them will amaze consumers. I don't want to get ahead of our great partners Microsoft and Sony, but you should assume that the power of those consoles are going to be a lot more than the power of the existing consoles, which means a real simple thing. We can do a lot more, he said. This feels like Blake is trying to contain his excitement, because you know with the size that EA is and how many games they sell, that they have dev kits of both consoles in their possession and are already developing games for both the Xbox Series X and the PS5. In fact, I'm actually almost certain that they helped mold both consoles, much like EA helped with the Xbox One X console. They weren't in the meetings making decisions with Sony or Microsoft, but they were a part of the conversation, and I'm sure both companies spoke to EA developers to see what they would want in the new consoles to aim for in power. So when I hear someone like Blake speak about the consoles and seem just as excited about the next-gen consoles as we do, it does make me hyped with excitement. Now, of course, he confirms that the power in these consoles will be far better than we have this generation, and of course they are. I mean, come on, the CPU upgrade alone will set these consoles far apart from what we've seen this generation. So when you hear him say that they'll be able to do more in games, does put a massive smile on my face, because I think this generation, a lot of developers are going to be able to expand their creative freedom in a way they've never done before. As for EA, that means games like Dragon Age 4, which was announced over a year ago at the Game Awards. We know that game's very far off and could come out 2 or 3 years after these consoles are released, which would give the developer plenty of time to make something truly special. You throw in all the other games EA makes, like Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order, Battlefield, and all the Star Wars games, and you can't help but be excited for what's to come. But that's not all that was said. He continues to say this: you will start to see things over the next couple of years that we're doing with games that will blow people's minds, he claimed. And that's the fun part of this business, because we're going to see so much innovation, not just with us, but across the whole industry. Well, that's a pretty bold statement from someone that seems very excited about the next generation consoles. Every single one of these statements feels like he's holding back something, or that he wants to spill the beans on what these consoles will actually accomplish for developers. But what I like the most about this is he said in the next couple of years we'll start to see what these systems could truly do. I like that because most people think that a lot of these third-party developers should be crazy amazing right out of the gate. And if the history serves us right, that's just not the case. Usually when a console launches, it takes a couple of years for the third-party developers to take not even full advantage of the console. Usually it's only the first-party developers that have true insight with the systems because they're directly involved with its development. So it's far easier for them to make games on the consoles that they've been paid to make games on. As for EA, they obviously know that these consoles are amazing, and for the COO to come out and say the Xbox Series X and the PS5 are going to blow people's minds does make me extremely excited. Because for the longest time, it's felt like we've been in this holding pattern. Last E3, not many people and developers showed up. The games that were shown seemed a little lackluster because they felt like games we've seen before. And that's where this quote from Jorgensen carries a lot of weight, because he doesn't just promote his company by saying they'll be able to innovate with these new consoles. He explains that the entire industry will be able to accomplish things they've never been able to do before. And usually that feels like PR speak and kind of hyperbolic. But after this last E3, where everyone seemed like they were in this holding pattern, I have to agree that these new consoles might actually be something that a lot of third-party developers are waiting for, because they want to show the games they're working on now in the best possible light. And that's going to be them showing their games on the Xbox Series X running with next-generation hardware. The power in these consoles are going to be insane, and Blake continues to emphasize that by saying this. Jorgensen went on to emphasize the power of the new consoles is going to be substantially greater than the existing ones, adding, it's going to be fun and great to see how our existing games will evolve, like a FIFA or a Madden, but also see how the new games will evolve or be developed under that much higher power. Now, I'll be real with all of you. When I was reading this article, one thing stood out to me the most, and that's the power this guy keeps hinting at. But most of all, it's the comparison of the current generation this guy keeps talking about. Because for a little while now, I've seen people saying that they won't upgrade to the new consoles because they have an Xbox One X console or they have a PS4 Pro console. They don't need to get the new console to play their games. And hey, they have a point. They could play all their new Xbox games on the current gen consoles, but what I have to say to those people is, why did you upgrade to an Xbox One X or a PS4 Pro in the first place? Could you not play those games on the original consoles? Of course you could, but in reality, you wanted the performance and the upgrade, which to me, the Xbox One X is a massive upgrade to the original consoles. And I have a feeling that the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 are going to be massive upgrades, and I mean massive. I don't think people realize just how big of a leap these consoles are going to be compared to the current gen systems. Yes, even the Xbox One X. I mean, even the COO of EA is saying that they will have substantially greater power compared to the current generation console. It's as if this guy has seen the posts of people saying they don't need to upgrade because it won't be that big of a difference, or they think that the current gen consoles will hold the next generation games back. It's just ill-informed people talking out of the side of their mouth. I mean, even the sports games we will play will look insane on these things, but that's not what I'm hyped about. It's the other games we're talking about. I'm saying Battlefield 6 when it comes out, the next Star Wars games that will surely look insane on these new systems, or the next Mass Effect and Dragon Age games, you know, open world massive games, or even the next Anthem game. Wait, never mind. Not that one. Never mind. Just joking. But honestly, you know what I'm saying. These next generation games are going to really make us see gaming in a very different light. We will probably get new genre type games and different types of games we've never seen before. All of this is going to be possible because of the power capabilities of these consoles. And no matter which console you're a fan of, we can all agree that Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5 are going to be pretty awesome consoles when they launch. And each one will provide us amazing experiences in the games and worlds we love to play around in. So let's all get hyped about the consoles coming at the end of 2020. But enough about what I think about all this. Tell me what you think about all of this. Do you believe what the COO of EA is saying here? When do you think we will truly see what these new consoles can do? What games from EA are you looking forward to seeing on the next generation hardware? What third-party games do you want to see most on these new consoles? Are you going to upgrade to the new consoles day one? Do you think these consoles will truly be held back by the current gen systems? Are you as excited about these consoles as I am? Go down below and let me know. And I hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please hit that subscribe button and that like button. The support helps out the channel more than you know. And give me a follow on Twitter at Zalker87. I'm always on there talking games and sharing my latest videos. Plus, I love interacting with everyone there, so get on Twitter and let's talk about gaming. And follow me on Xbox Live. My gamer tag is Zalker87, just like my channel name. See what games I'm playing, and let's compete in achievements for the month. Spoiler alert, I suck at getting them. And that's all for now. Thanks for watching, and until next time, remember, enjoy your gaming. Later.